All right, welcome back, guys. Woo! We got the prediction right. Belgium are moving on. Brazil is out of the World Cup. It's about time. It's about time. Belgium dominated Brazil in the first half. Second half, they let Brazil come back. They let them get back in the game. Brazil's dominating. They let them get a goal, 75th minute. Renato Augusto, the substitute coming off the bench. Beautiful pass by Coutinho, but the Belgians hold on. And Belgium are through to the semifinals of the World Cup, where they will face a very good French team that have yet to tap into their full potential and have a great game at this World Cup. But Belgium have gone through two tough matches, an amazing, beautiful comeback from Japan, a tough match versus Brazil, and I think they will move on to the final, and I think they will eventually win the World Cup in the final against Croatia. My final is Belgium versus Croatia, with Belgium winning the World Cup for the first time in the history of this nation, and it's going to be great. Honestly, it was an extremely entertaining game. This was a great, great game to witness, and as you can see, what I said was key. Roberto Martinez allowed De Bruyne to have more freedom in the game. He was a key in the game. He scored an amazing, amazing golazo to put Belgium up 2-0. It was great. It was fantastic. And it's pretty much why Belgium won. De Bruyne got into spaces. He was putting in great passes. He was doing great. He got his shots off. And he was just way more involved in the attack and had a much more heavy influence in the game. And that allowed players like Lukaku and Hazard and Chadli to involve themselves more in the game, as well as Fellaini and Munier. Fellaini did a great job. Roberto Martinez did great with his subs. Chadli was good. There's nothing special. But he was good and he did his job well. Fellaini was spectacular today, I felt. He marked Neymar really well. He marked that midfield really well. He played his position really nicely, really composed, and he was really good. He was a really good addition to the starting lineup. And yeah, Chadli and Fellaini going in gave De Bruyne more freedom because Mertens didn't start, so the attacking two was basically Hazard and Lukaku. It gave Lukaku more freedom as well. Hazard just had a phenomenal game, a phenomenal first half, and a pretty good second half, which he disappeared in a bit, but still good, still solid. But his first half was just amazing, taking on players one-on-one, then the next, making amazing runs. He was just really, really, really good and really dangerous throughout the entire half, and a real nuisance to the Brazil defense. And yeah, the game ended 2-1. It was an own goal by Fernandinho that gave Belgium the lead pretty early on. And then Belgium, by the foot of Kevin De Bruyne, 2-0 up until around the 75th minute, where Coutinho played in a beautiful ball, to Renato Augusto. He headed it down to the bottom corner, and Courtois, who had an incredible game, just couldn't get to that one. Yeah, Courtois had about 9 saves. He had a great save towards the end of the match, where Douglas Costa, who came on off the bench, he was a great substitute, took on a couple players like he had been doing pretty much the entire time since he had got on, squared it right to Neymar, who was waiting like 2 yards outside of the box, right down the middle, tries to curve it in, top corner. Courtois gets there, saves it last minute. It was an amazing moment, amazing save by Courtois. The emotions that he showed after the game pretty much showed how much Celse's meant to him and how great he was that game. So yeah, let's break down the game. Basically, Roberto Martinez won this on a managerial point of view. He outclassed Tite. He just did better than him. But let's go look at the scoreline, and we'll start with the breakdown and analysis. So yeah, here you are with the final scoreline. It was 1-2. Renato Augusto at the 76th minute scored to give Brazil that little bit of hope, and honestly, they almost got it. They almost got it done. But the early own goal by Fernandinho at the 13th minute and the amazing smasher, screamer bullet from Kevin De Bruyne at the 31st minute was enough for Belgium to get through. As you can see, Brazil 1, Belgium 2. Selecao out as Martinez's men advanced, and it really was Martinez's men. He put out a great lineup. He just outclassed Tite on the tactical end. Fernandinho starting made sense. Man-for-man swap with Casemiro, who had a yellow card and wasn't able to play. But it probably should have been Fred or Renato Augusto starting because Fernandinho had an awful game. He not only had the own goal, but he was giving up possession a lot. When he had the ball, he wasn't doing too many good things with the ball. And he just seemed out of place and not ready for the moment, and he didn't play a good game. But what Tite did do good was he brought on Firmino early on in the first half. In the second half, right at the start of it. He wasn't playing great, but he grew into the game, and I think it was important for him to get more playing time earlier on in the matches, which Tite didn't give him, and, I feel like it cost him here, where Firmino had to grow into the game, and he couldn't just go in and 5-10 minutes into the game just be comfortable and, be set with the tempo and be used to playing with his team at this stage. It took him around 20-25 minutes to get into the groove of things and really participate and contribute. But another great sub was, of course, the Renato Augusto sub, because he was the goal scorer. And he just looked like he was comfortable. He played a lot during the qualifiers. It was surprising that he wasn't starting more games or getting more playing time in this World Cup because he had played so much in the qualifiers for Brazil. But yeah, he played well, and obviously he scored the goal. He was in a great position. How he was able to sneak through the three towering center backs of Vertonghen, Alderweireld, and company, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But that's great. That was just great by him. And, of course, to the last sub, Douglas Costa. Man, that guy tried hard. He was running, defending, getting past people, taking shots. Always, he took about 2 shots. But always he was pass first, taking his men on the right, opening space up in the middle and for the left side and passing it either to Marcelo or Coutinho or Neymar. And he just had a great game. He had a great game. Like I said towards the end, he gave a great opportunity to Neymar where he took 2 of his defenders and he passed it to Neymar right in the middle, outside of the 18-yard box. Neymar shot it, tried to go up at 90, and Courtois, an amazing save by Courtois, saved the game. It was fantastic. But in the end, yeah, it was a really close game. Brazil had a lot of chances. I think they hit the post one other time, besides the first time that they hit the post, which was a Neymar corner. Miranda pretty much headed it back. I forget the exact word, but la peinó is in Spanish. Peinó la pelota para atrás, basically meaning that he just slightly touched. It was like a glancing header, I guess you could say. Slightly touched the ball from the corner at the near post back to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva hit it with his leg. It kind of just floated up. It looked like it was going in. Hits the post. Courtois goes and catches it. That was very, very, very early on in the game and could have changed the entire narrative of the game. But it didn't go in. And then there was another moment where Marcelo came in. He crossed the ball super hard, super low. It bounced up on Courtois, and it almost went in. So many crosses that Courtois just tapped out or stopped in the middle of his goalie box before he got to the player that it was intended for. Courtois just had a great game with a bunch of great saves. And yeah, it was a really entertaining match, really awesome. Pretty much what we hoped for in this just juggernaut match of Belgium and Brazil clashing against each other. But the better team in the end did win. Belgium won. Neymar had moments in the game where he popped up, and he did dive in the game. He tried to get a penalty where it was a complete dive, but since he was losing, he didn't play act as much as he usually does. He dove, but he didn't stay on the ground and start crying and screaming and stuff. He probably did that about twice, and it was like for 10 seconds. Not the usually 30 to 2 minutes that he does. So yeah, Neymar knew that, crying and eating crap and bullshit it's not gonna beat Belgium. I gotta show up. I actually gotta do this, and I could still dive because that's just what I do. I could still flop because that's just part of my game, and that's my instinct, and that's what I do. That's just what I do. But if it doesn't work, I just gotta get up and I gotta keep playing. And I'm not gonna lie, he tried, but he was not the best player out there for Brazil, and he just didn't step up when they needed him. He didn't score the chances that he had. There were times that he didn't do things well with the ball. There were times he tried to do too much. I remember like 3 occasions where Munier, Fellaini, and I believe Company took the ball away from him, and Witzel, I think, too, where he was just trying to take him on one-on-one, and someone would come in and help, or he would try to take on Fellaini and Munier one-on-one, and they would just take it from him when he could have played a pass, or maybe just taken a shot, or a lot of things. Maybe just turned around, played a pass backwards, and restart the attack instead of, just trying to take on his man one-on-one, and instead he could have, made more plays, done more interplay with his teammates, but it is what it is. In the end, Belgium came out on top. My prediction was correct. I predicted a 2-1 final score, and that is what happened. So congratulations to Belgium. Roberto Martinez, you did a great job doing what I just thought was logical to do, and he did it, giving De Bruyne more space, more freedom in the game. Didn't do it exactly the way I said to, which was putting in Dembele. He put in Fellaini. I thought Fellaini was great as super sub, but he started and played in a fantastic game, as I said. So yeah, just credit to Belgium. Good luck, guys. I have you as the champions, and I hope you win it. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like always, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification icon so you know exactly when my videos come out. We're almost up to 1,000 channel views. And this has been amazing, guys. I'm not going to stop anytime soon. Videos every day. You know it. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys watching me. And like always, till next time.